Great. So we've just got a couple of questions for you today, kind of ranging from your new single to your kind of journey so far and what's coming up for you. So we'll get started first of all from your new single, Saiyyan Maane. So the lyrics of it kind of paint such a vivid image of kind of longing and resistance. What was the kind of creative spark behind the song, and what does the song mean to you?
Well, the song was created with the intention of the love that any two souls would share. There's fun banter. There's a lot of emotions, a variety of emotions that two people in a relationship would experience. You know how there's moments of joy, there's happiness, there's sadness as well. There's a lot of argument, there's a lot of tiff sometimes, but then how you make your way towards each other, how you walk back towards each other. I think that's the story of any relationship that we see around, right? And plus the language of the song, it is a very bridge bhasha, very upti bhasha influence that you would experience in the song. And yeah, and then classical music, of course, because I've grown up learning Hindustani classical. I think it's a blend of a lot of things that have been an active part of my life, and fusing it with funk music, fusing it with some pop elements. I think it's just been fun making the song.
That's amazing, and yeah, such a fun track, isn't it? It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And then that leads perfectly on to my next question, actually. You're obviously trained in classical music. How does that kind of influence the music that you make today?
I would say it definitely is an advantage when you know your basics right. It's almost like when you've learned English correctly, and now you can talk fluently in, like, no matter the part of the world that you're in. So with music, it's the same. When you've learned the basics right, because ultimately it's just a combination of those seven sur that you have to sing in any language, any forte, any genre. So I think my classical training has really, really helped me over there, in terms of being able to diversify the kind of songs that I'm doing and creating and putting them out in the world. Yeah, I would completely credit it to my Guruji who has trained me into it.
It's amazing, yeah, and you can definitely kind of hear those influences in your music, I think, which makes it so incredible. And obviously folk music and classical music in that way, it has such deep cultural roots.
Yep, yep.
How do you kind of balance staying true to those that classical training that you have while also kind of experimenting with kind of new genres and pushing those boundaries?
I think it's very important to understand the kind of world that we are living in right now, because you can't. I've never been the person who goes like my way or the highway. I've never been the person. I'm always very accommodating, very, very, very sometimes overcompensating in different situations. So that's what I believe, that a little from my plate, a little from your plate, we come in together, we form a nice dish together, right? So that's been the whole intention, that I want to present the music that I represent, the music that speaks volumes about my personality, but in a way that is more palatable, that's more consumable for any regular person out there. So I think the whole pop culture really helps me over there when I kind of bring in my folk music or my classical music into it, and then I blend the two together, and then layer them with the kind of dialect that I want in the song, be it like a very Tate Punjabi dialect, or be it like a sort of a Western influenced accent. Yeah, I think it's like a good combination of a lot of masalas. How you make a dish, how you put like the right amount of spices into it.
That's amazing. Yeah, really great to hear. Um, Obviously, your journey kind of started very much from being a finalist on The Voice, and now you're kind of at a position in your career where you've got over like millions of monthly Spotify listeners. What do you think, looking back, has kind of changed most in the approach that you have in your music?
I feel definitely evolution has been one, because that's like an ongoing process for us as humans, and it's very, very natural to us. I also feel the way I look at music technically, creatively has definitely evolved. I feel I am in a much better place than I was 5 years ago, 5 years from now. Um, 5 years ago, how I used to approach the technicalities of music and how I approach them now, it has to do a lot with the kind of experiences I've had. And even if I specifically talk about the reality show, how I used to look at life then versus how I look at it right now, there's a lot of rationalism, I would say, that comes into your life as in when you evolve. There's a lot of practicality that becomes a part of your thought processes. Yeah, I think I'm a much more practical person now.
It's incredible. I mean, your journey is absolutely incredible to see. Um, if there was someone who was listening to your music for the first time, what's the one thing you would hope that they would feel or kind of take away from your music?
I would say nostalgia. Yes. I want my music to feel like that warm hug, when you need it the most. When you need to feel your own self, and you need to, feel closer to the real self that you are. I want my music to be that little escape for you.
I think that's an amazing answer. And I think your music really does that. It's kind of got that sense of familiarity where you kind of feel like, oh, it's very comforting.
Yes.
Next question is a bit of a fun one. If you could collaborate with any artist, whether that's a South Asian artist or kind of more globally, who would be on your kind of dream list?
I would say it's Gurdas Maan Sahab. I've been very out loud and clear about it always.
Amazing, amazing. And then final question to end on. Where do you kind of see yourself headed with your music next?
Do we talk about long term or short term?
You can go both.
Well, short term is I'm very much focused right now because I want to put out a certain niche of music. I would say there's a certain niche in, like, how I always use this term, folk pop innovation, and that in itself means creating a palette altogether for people out there, because people haven't really experienced what the flavor of folk pop is. So I want them to taste it. I really hope they like it as well. um, but if I talk about long term, I really want to be able to represent my roots and my culture on a global stage. And I think it would be any artist's dream. But what makes my vision different is that I don't want to change a bit about myself. I love the way it is. I definitely want to evolve. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better artist. I want to keep working on my art and my technicalities. But in the root, like in my heart, I want to be the person that I am always. Like 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 50 years down the line, no matter how long I live, I want to be the original Simran that I am always.
That's incredible. Well, we're super looking forward to what you come out with next. Your
Thank,
journey so far has been incredible. And thank you so, so much for taking the time out of your day to speak with us today.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
Shelly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.